For over 50 million years, a relentless green ocean has stretched across South America, covering over 2 million square miles. It constantly pulls carbon from the atmosphere and exhales the oxygen that sustains nearly every creature on Earth. The main artery of this ecosystem begins high in the Andes Mountains. Melting snow gathers in the icy high-altitude rocks, initiating a monumental 4,400-mile journey eastward toward the Atlantic. This chart shows the sheer volume of water the Amazon pumps into the ocean compared to the world's next 7 largest rivers. Every single second, the Amazon releases over 209,000 cubic meters of water, more than the next 7 combined. But the scale of this environment comes with brutal extremes. Heavy storms routinely tear ancient trees from their roots. Lightning strikes ignite massive infernos, and the sheer heat and humidity force intense competition for survival. To endure this constant, violent pressure, the jungle operates as a highly organized biological engine. Every plant, insect, and animal executes a specific function that keeps the machine running. Down in the soil, the physical construction of the forest begins. A single colony of leafcutter ants can haul 12 tons of vegetation underground each year. They use these fragments to cultivate massive subterranean fungal gardens, effectively farming their own food source. Insects are not the only architects. Ancient human civilizations manipulated the jungle floor by mixing charcoal, bone, and organic waste. This process created highly fertile patches of dark earth, known as terra preta, which locked carbon into the ground. Modern LiDAR and satellite scans reveal the massive scale of these human projects hiding right beneath the tree line. These geometric trenches and raised fields outline interconnected cities built to withstand floods and sustain dense agriculture through the seasons. The ecosystem relies on these foundational engineers to recycle the forest piece by piece, providing the physical and chemical nutrients needed for new growth. Once the soil is prepped, the forest requires a transport network. Toucans and tapirs swallow fruit and seeds whole, depositing them miles away. This movement ensures that plant life can take root in new territories across the basin. Other exchanges are meticulously precise. The heliconia flower's curved tube matches the hummingbird's anatomy. As the bird unfurls its tongue to reach the nectar, its feathers are coated in pollen, which it then delivers to the next flower. Even the slowest movements serve the system. Once a week, the sloth crawls to the base of its host tree to defecate. This specific ritual returns concentrated nutrients directly to the roots that sustain the animal's home. This constant animal-driven distribution of biological material allows the forest to regenerate and expand its canopy. An engine this massive requires regulators. Apex predators like the jaguar, the harpy eagle, and green anaconda hunt with intense patience, keeping the populations of smaller mammals and fish in check. In response, the prey rely on aggressive chemical defenses. The poison dart frog advertises its toxicity with electric blue or gold skin, warning predators that a single touch could be lethal. The frog borrows this lethality from its diet. It extracts alkaloids from the toxic insects it eats, concentrating them into a defensive layer on its skin. When chemistry isn't an option, animals default to visual erasure. The glass frog has evolved transparent skin on its underside, allowing light to pass through its body and erase its shadow. This continuous arms race of stealth and toxicity creates a balance where no single species can dominate and deplete the environment's resources. To function properly, the system must process its own waste. Scavengers like the king vulture and the side-necked turtle strip away dead tissue, converting decay back into biological energy that the forest can reabsorb. In the waterways, the Amazonian manatee acts as the river system's landscaper. A single manatee can consume up to 15% of its weight in floating vegetation daily. By clearing these meadows, they maintain open channels and allow sunlight to reach the aquatic plants growing below the surface. These recyclers reclaim nutrients from decay and overgrowth, returning them to the cycle of growth that sustains the forest's future. Indigenous groups like the Waorani integrate directly into this cycle. They read the forest through scent and shadow. timing their hunting and fishing to the rhythm of the rainfall and the river's rise. On a macro scale, the transpiration of billions of leaves pumps vast amounts of water vapor into the atmosphere. But modern industrial pressure is disrupting these mechanics. Chainsaws and heavy machinery create stark dividing lines between the deep green canopy and barren, scraped earth. Human-set fires release the millennia of carbon the forest has safely stored in its soil and wood, sending it back into the atmosphere and warming the planet. Despite these threats, the forest remains a resilient force,